Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the WeCrochet Facebook page and YouTube channel. Getting everything all ready. We've got so much to share with you today. So sorry we're a minute or two late here. We were just making sure everything was in the right order. There's so much to share. So many exciting things that we need to share with you. So yeah, we're going to dive right in. So as you join, go ahead and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're working on. I can't wait to share all this great stuff. I've got so much stuff laying around here to share with you. And then I have Jen here who will bring in just a minute or two. And she has a whole collection to share with us. So we're going to go through our new collection as well. Hi, Christina. Happy Wednesday. We made it. We're halfway here. Okay, so first things first, I wanted to make sure that we talk about the sales that are going on right now. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Chris. Great to see you guys today. So over on the website, the WeCrochet website, I can throw, guys, just going to share with you right now. It's going to be a little backwards. Jen usually does the links for me, but because Jen is showing projects, I'm doing the links today. So hopefully I can keep up as quickly as she does, but if not, give me a second and I'll be right with you. Oh, my mom is here again. Hi, Mom. Great to see you. Hi, Julia. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Joy. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. So I just put the link in there for our Millhouse yarn. And so this came out a little bit earlier this year. This is a super bulky yarn. It's 100% acrylic. Yeah, it's a 6 super bulky. There's 90 yards per skein here. And right now for this week and into next week, these are 25% off. So go and grab all the colors that you want. There's 12 different colors. Oh, thanks, Chris. Mom, hopefully you can see that. She said, hi, Katelyn's mom. Your girl is amazing. Thank you, Chris. That just like made my life. Anyway, but go and grab one of the colors or all of the colors. We're working on some projects. Guys, I always do this backwards. We're working on some projects that we're going to have up that are in these yarn. Jen is getting those projects in. They are looking great so far. So go ahead and grab it now while it's 25% off. You can also grab our comfy yarn, which is comfy fingering, comfy worsted, and comfy color mist. Let me grab that link too for you guys. You can grab that for 20% off right now in our monthly yarn sale. So there's a lot of opportunity to go ahead and purchase some really great yarns over on the site. We're so excited to be able to do that for you guys and really be able to keep you guys making projects. So yeah, okay, so 20% off all comfy, 25% off Millhouse going on. Okay, those were those two checks off. Next thing I want to tell you about or remind you about is we have the Sydney Shawl Crochet Along going on. Oh, I got some fuzz in my mouth. So I just put the link in for that. If you purchase the pattern, still go to that link, put your email address in there so that you start getting the weekly emails. The first one went out this morning for week 1. So today is week 1. And that's making this beautiful Tunisian shawl right here. Oh, guys, it is phenomenal. This is the first section that you're working on, and it makes this beautiful shape down here into the bandana shape that you're working along and just making this really beautiful Tunisian shawl. You're going to learn so much: honeycomb stitch, lace, color work, a little bit of cabling. It's really great. It's with Miroslava of Exquisite Crochet UK. And this project is using our Stroll tonal. It's a fingering weight yarn. If you go to that landing page as well, we have 4 kits that we put together. So we have the original color that the designer picked, and then we picked 3 additional ones. So you can go and grab that. That'll be all of the yarn together with a little bit of a discount. You still have to purchase the pattern separately, just so that it keeps updating for you in the system. So make sure if you're participating, you're buying the pattern and a kit if you want it, or go ahead and grab whatever colors you want. And don't forget to put your name in the email sign up so you get notifications every time it goes live. Okay, sorry, reading comments. Yes, Vicky, it is beautiful. The shawl is absolutely beautiful. Finally able to see us live. Yay! Okay, so Zanetta? Is that how you say your name? Please let me know. I've never seen that name before, but I'm so curious how you say it. I mean, in English over here in the United States, John is John, so I'm assuming it's Zanetta, but please let me know the phonetical saying of your name. It is beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, last thing before we get into the collection. If you've been following along now, we are in month 2 of our We Collaborate products. Last month was the Eula Designs Invisible Spool Knitting Ring. I finished mine. We did sell out of those. You could get it in the gold like this, or you could get it in a silver. You guys loved it. You bought all of them. Thank you. And if you're making yours, please go ahead and tag us on social so we can see it. Oh, yay! I said your name perfectly. My mother loves, yes, my mother loves my dad, John. Very nice. Hi, Donna from Philadelphia and Lee. Great to see you guys. Okay, sorry. I get so excited when everybody comes in. It's hard to stay focused in the beginning here. But so this was last month's kit. So these are sold out. You can't get them anymore, but you can go to Eula's website, Eula Design, and you'll be able to get a similar kit. It just won't have the turquoise starter piece, or you can grab any of the others. But this month, we have a brand new product that I'm so excited to share with you. I'm going to stick it right in here into the chat. We teamed up with Megan Makes Do. So maybe you know Megan Makes Do from design and crochet projects, but you might not have known that she also makes bags, and they're awesome. I have a big bag that I put all my projects in. I kind of use as a purse as well. These are her mini totes, and they're about 8 inches. They come with this really great zipper pull. It opens up, and you've got this awesome little tote for all of your notions. The cool thing is when you go in here, there's this little clip, right? And it's like a little binder clip, and you can open it up and you can throw your stitch markers on it, or maybe your scissors or whatever else you don't want to lose in the bag. And then it goes right back inside. It's attached to a little loop here so you don't lose it. They're great. And she worked with us to get these awesome colors that match our brand colors. It's got our beautiful teals in here. And then as we've been branching out into the crochet.com brand, where we have all these other things that aren't specifically We Crochet, we're able to pull these in some of the additional colors. So you want to go grab them. We've already sold almost 10 of them. So that means we're down to about 40 left. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. She is not making this color again. This is an exclusive just to We Crochet. So go ahead and grab it. It's the perfect size for all of your notions. Even if you fold up your pattern and stick it in there, you can get your hook, your scissors, everything you need right here in the tote. I love the little pull, how it has the beads on it. I think that's so cute. I love her stuff. So please go check it out. I threw the link in there. Okay, Jen, I think we're up to you. Here we go. So Vicki, yes, Megan's bags are so pretty. So I'm going to bring Jen in here. Hold on one second. And let's say hello to Jen. Add here. Okay. Hi, Jen. So great to see you today. So today, Jen and I are going to share with you our new collection that just came out, I guess, in the beginning of October. So we're a little behind here, but we've had too many wonderful things to share. So we're here, we're sharing it. I just threw it in there. It is a collection of 15 baby blankets. And the baby blankets come in like 3 to 4 sizes, depending on if they're square or not. So you can make from a stroller blanket up to a toddler blanket. So you can put it on like their bed and stuff. It's really, really great. And so it's not, they're meant to be baby blankets, but really there's a lot of them that like I want and I'm going to use because they're just so beautiful. Chris says, hi, Jen. So yeah, we have this collection. So it's 15 patterns and it's called Welcome Little One. I threw the link in the chat and we're going to start talking about the first one. And the first one we're going to talk about is the Wild Child Blanket. And that is the one that Jen is holding up there. And this one is really great because this one came in and it was using solid colors. And we said, oh my gosh, this would be absolutely perfect with Brava tweed. And that's what we did. So here you'll see that we have the pink, the brown, and the oatmeal color of Brava tweed. And it just makes a phenomenal, phenomenal finished piece. And so it's just the spots of an animal print, and it's so great. We called it the Wild Child, just because, animals are wild out there. So yeah, that's that first one here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to throw in here individual links for each individual pattern. Just a reminder, you can get the overall collection as an ebook, or you can buy each individual pattern if you want to. So either way you want to do it, you can go ahead and you can grab these patterns. I also want to remind you that some of these projects, depending on the size, are going to require 10 balls or more, or around 10 balls. Go ahead and use the My Value Pack. Let me type that in here, My Value Pack coupon code on the select yarns, and we'll throw that in there in just a moment. I got to pull that one up. But you can also save 20% on some of the yarns for this project. Oh, Maria, you had a baby this year. Oh, that is so exciting. These projects are perfect. You're going to love them. They're great for baby shower gifts or your own kids. Yes, I think you do need this book, Maria. I hope so. I hope you love it. Okay, let's go back to the next one, which is called our Baby Moby Blanket. You'll see why we called it that when you see the cute little whales that are on here. We went with a blue and a white color palette to really make you feel like you're in the ocean, but you can make this for whatever room decor you have, whether it's a boy, a girl. You could change it up however you like it. So, oh, Chris, you call your granddaughter the Wild Child. I really think you need to make that blanket for her. Yeah. So, oh, I'm so sorry, Lee. We understand, and please have a great rest of your day. You might have already left though, but yeah, we understand. So, but this is our Baby Moby Blanket, and this one has the white whales, and it's worked in the round from a chart in extended single crochet, tapestry extended single crochet, and tapestry double crochet stitches. And so you're working over the colors that you're not using. It's just a beautiful, beautiful project. So that is the Baby Moby. I did throw that link in here, didn't I? No, I did not. Let me put that one in. Sorry, guys. I said this linking thing. Normally I just talk and Jen's pulling all the links for me. Now I got to be backwards here. So here we go. Thank you, Jen. We'll bring up the next one. And while Jen is doing that, I'll bring myself up. Joy is asking, is Brava Tweed included in the value pack deal? Why, yes, it is, Joy. Let me quick, while we're here, grab that. So if you ever need to find the My Value Pack, you can go to the website and you can go to the sale navigation at the top of the screen. And in there, you'll see all the sales that we have going on. So like it tells you about Millhouse, and it tells you about the monthly yarn sale going on. And you'll also find the Build Your Own Value Pack, which is the My Value Pack code. And if you click on that one, it's going to show you everything that's included. So you can pick any of the yarns that are included on that page, which I just linked below. And they're all going to be included in that 20% off when you buy 10 or more. It does include Brava Tweed. Okay, so the next one, let me get Jen here, is called our Circus Blanket. And it's these beautiful diamond shapes that kind of look like, a circus tent or whatever else it might be. And we just love it. We love the colors of it. Again, you could totally change the colors from this kind of rainbowy palette, but you could really do whatever. This one also uses intarsia and tapestry. You can kind of interchange them throughout this pattern, which you'll see in the notes section. It talks about whatever you're kind of more comfortable with. It's just going to give a slightly different look on the edges of your diamond, depending on what you're using at what point. But again, it's really, really beautiful. This one uses our comfy worsted. So now would be a great time. If you're going to make this one, you can grab the pattern now, plus get 20% off the yarn. So you could, figure out whatever you want to do, but you can get the 20% off right now during our comfy worsted sale that's going on for the month. So don't forget about that. Grab your yarn now instead of waiting. So yeah, we really love this. Oh, wait, hold on, Jen, you were talking. I put you on mute. Go ahead.
This one's giant. I don't know if people can see that, but like I have it folded over and I still can't get it the full length of it.
Yeah, so you definitely can play around with the sizing of this. Again, there's 4 different sizes here. It tells you the exact sizes on the pattern. I think I forgot to put this one in too. Let me put that in there. It tells you the exact sizes so you can see that you'll be able to choose which one works best for you. But yeah, this one is a nice big blanket. Comfy worsted is under my value pack as well. Yes, it is, Margaret. So you can kind of pick whatever you want to do. If you use the My Value Pack, you cannot use any other promotion code. So if you have another code that you are looking for or looking to use, go ahead and use just the regular Comfy Worsted sale right now because that is going to let you use it even without a code. Okay, so let me put in here, Katie is asking for the link for the ebook, throwing that back in there. Guess Margaret, guess you know what I'm doing later tonight. Yes, we do. Okay, we're going to move on to the next blanket. And this one is called our cloud blanket. And so if you like puff stitches and you like texture, this is going to be the one for you. It is a really beautiful blanket. We put it on a nice blue background, and then you've got these puffy white clouds that go along. This is using tapestry crochet as well. And then we have the bobble stitches to create the clouds that are on there. It's just a really great texture. We went with the small version on this one. So I think that is the smallest size available in the pattern. So that's the stroller size. We went with this nice small size. Personally, I like the small sizes because they're really great for in a stroller, in a car seat. They make a really great gift idea because it doesn't take quite as long as a full blanket, but it's really something that you need. I don't know how many times I was always looking for a blanket for just in the car seat over the winter because you're not supposed to put your kids in the big puffy coats. So you put them like in a sweatshirt and blanket them up. But I really like this one, and the kids are going to love the texture of it and getting to feel that. How long, Jessica says, how long will it take to make this? It looks kind of easy stitch. Wow, that blanket is gorgeous. Jessica, I assume you're talking about the cloud blanket. I think this was one of the fastest samples we did get back. Again, it's going to depend on the size that you make, but the blue section is all just one stitch. Jen, can you look at that? What stitch is that? Is that half?
It's double.
Double crochet. And this one uses a
half double
weight yarn.
You were right the first time. It's a half double.
Half double. But still, it's using Brava bulky, so it goes very quickly. Like you're going to be able to stitch it up fast. And then you've got the nice bobbles. That's probably going to take the most of your time because it is going to have a couple extra yarn overs and things like that to make the bobble part of it. So, but it should work up pretty quick depending on the size that you're making. All right, Jen, let's go on to the next one. And the next one is the Jelly Beans Baby Blanket. And this one is a super cute blanket. And there's actually a bonus option here. Now, this one is a larger size, but if you go with one of the smaller sizes that are in here, this is a square blanket, not rectangular. But if you go with one of the smaller sizes, like the stroller or the baby blanket, there's an option to add an additional triangle in the corner to make like a hooded blanket that you could put it over the baby's head, wrap them around. If you're not making this for a baby and you're making it for yourself or an older child, you can make the size that Jen is holding and not put the hood on there. And it makes a really great gift. Jen, I don't know if you can bring that closer for us.
Yeah.
But this blanket is a corner to corner. And then you can see how the little colors kind of pop through on the background of the green. So it uses the puff stitch, and you're doing a corner to corner method. You're just not using the traditional corner to corner stitch. You're actually using puff stitches, but you're still doing the same thing, that as you work towards the middle, you're increasing one puff every time, and then you start decreasing one puff every time as you work your way through. And then there's just a real simple border added to the end of it, just to kind of tie it all together with a beautiful color. I love the colors and how this one turned out. I think it's so beautiful. And this one also uses Comfy Worsted. So now's the time to go ahead and grab this yarn while it is 20% off. Perfect timing, guys. I know we planned this out really well, didn't we? Not really, but it just all worked out. Thanks, Jen. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is called the Playpen Blanket. And so this one is actually 2 color options that we did. And what we did is we used our Heatherly yarn, which, oh my gosh, if you haven't tried Heatherly, you are missing out. But Heatherly is this beautiful, beautiful acrylic merino blend, and it is just perfect for kids and adults. I mean, we have an adult sweater coming out and a couple other projects, but it's machine washable. You get beautiful stitch definition, which you will see in the photos of this project, and you can see here as Jen gets closer. And here we're using 3 different colors. So this one we went with a gray background with a little pink, a little green. And then we also did one that was a blue background with a little gray and a little white. So you can really change this up to be gender neutral. You can switch it up to match the color decor or whatever you really like. And it's a really easy blanket to work through because it is sections of the same stitches. The only thing that's changing in each section is what color you're using as your secondary color. So once you kind of get your pattern, you just start going. And if you don't want to put in a 3rd color, you don't have to. You could make it all blue and gray or all gray and pink, whatever you want to do. It works. It's going to be beautiful. Dawn says the bean stitch is one of her favorites to make. Yay! We really liked it too, and how it worked together with the 2 different colors. It turned out beautiful. So yeah, okay, so that was that one. And then the next one that we have to share with you is our Peekaboo Blanket. And this one is really great. I'm going to throw this in here. This one is done with Comfy Color Mist. So you can also grab this one for 20% off of the yarn. Maria said, love Heatherly. I made my baby a vest in it, and it's so soft and pleasant to work with. We love it. We want to do everything in it. So keep an eye out. There's a lot more coming in Heatherly because we are infatuated with it. Okay, so the Peekaboo Blanket uses Comfy Color Mist. So it's 1 color. But if you've seen Comfy Color Mist before, you'll see that it's like a white and a color together. So it gives this really nice not texture, but it gives a lot of depth to the yarn with having the 2 different colors, which makes it really great. And so this one again is worked as a flat piece, and then you're working some stitches over top to kind of make these little ruffle ridges that you see. Again, a really great subtle texture, but something for a kid or even yourself to kind of be able to rub their hands over and have a great textural experience with the blanket as well. This one here, as you can see as Jen holds it, is a very large blanket. Again, there's a couple different sizes here. 4 different sizes, so you can pick what you want. And then it has that really nice picot edge to finish it off. So this is, I'd call it like a subtle blanket because it's all 1 color, but it really does make a pop as a gift. And it's just really, really beautiful. So we like that one a lot. Yeah, Jill said that's a very cool pattern. We think so too. We really like it. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you're a corner-to-corner lover, you're going to love the next one. And so the next one is called our Mountain Range Blanket. Now, this one is done in Bravo worsted, and it uses some of our new colors. At the bottom, we brought in some new brown colors, and we threw them in here for our mountains. Guys, isn't this absolutely beautiful? So this is a traditional corner-to-corner technique where you are working your little boxes, you are increasing out, and then you start decreasing in. There are charts for this project so that you can follow along exactly, and the written instructions, so you know exactly how many boxes you are doing for each color. You'll also notice if you purchase this pattern that if you go with a larger size, your mountains are going to be a little bit larger. You'll start to see a little bit more of those back 2 mountains. But again, you can pick what you want. This is the stroller size, so it's a nice little compact blanket that we really love. This one turned out gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous with the snow-capped mountains, the blue sky. It's just really, really happy. And, the thing too is, so, we went with very traditional, like, I guess, mountain colors, but you could make these whatever you want. You can make them pink and purple and blue and green and whatever you want, and just really have a lot of fun with it. We really love this one. So that one is beautiful. And that's the Mountain Range Blanket. Okay, so if we go on to the next one, Dawn says stroller blankets are so great to carry around. They really are. They're perfect just to throw on for when it gets a little chilly, but they're not too big that you've got a lot of bulk for the kids. So this next one here is our Lotus blanket. And this one is using Brava Sport. And so we get some really, really great colors here. And it is worked from the inside out, as a traditional like granny square is going to be worked, but it is not a granny square. It uses a spike stitch to give us those really great little 3 petals that branch down into the color before of it. So really tying the colors together. We really loved the pops of color in this one, but you could do it whatever you want. You could do it in one color. You could do it in more colors, that every stripe is something different. If you want to use up your scraps and whatever else, you can really do a lot of different colors here. And I love this one. The colors just speak to me. It turned out beautifully. This one is a square. So there are going to be the square sizes. It's just going to get bigger on all sides as you make the different sizes. So just keep that in mind as you work on this. Dawn says 2 colors too. Yes, you could do 2 colors. That would be really, really beautiful. Let's see. Corinne says, are these patterns in your books? Yes. Let me go back here and grab the link one more time for you guys. So you can find all of these patterns individually as I'm throwing the links down here in the chat. You can also purchase the ebook, which will have all 15 patterns together. So you can kind of pick whichever way you want to go for the blankets. So that was that one. Let's see. Jill says, I'm going to be very busy making blankets. We're so happy to hear it. They're so great. They're not just for babies. They're for everybody. And yes, that's really pretty. Joy says, baby would love the colors. My mom says, love the colors and design. Yes, yes, yes. It is so, so beautiful. We love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next one, which is our Snuggle Hexy blanket. Okay, so you should just be like, you had me at the word snuggle because it uses Snuggle Puff. It is the softest yarn I've ever felt. This is a Tunisian blanket. It is working in a hexagon motif, and then you're joining them all together with your, in this case, cream color. And you've got a couple of the cream half hexagons. I almost said octagon and I was like, no, this is the Hexy blanket. It's a hexagon. Oh my gosh. But it's just beautiful. Again, you could work this up in one color. You can make it look like a beehive with some yellow in there and some gray or something. You can really, really change it up. I love this one too because it's very modular. Because you're working on just one hexy at a time. You could take, one color with you, go traveling, take it to games, take it to parties, whatever you're doing. And you can work on one hexagon at a time and then go back and seam them all together. Okay, so Brittany says, with the value pack deal, can you get Brava worsted and Brava tweed, or will it only discount one of the two? Okay, Brittany, that's a good question. You're going to have to try it. Because what it's supposed to do is if you put one yarn in, you have to buy 10 of that line of yarn. But I cannot remember. Jen, you can comment here if you remember. Because it's all Brava, it might count that you can mix and match. I'm not 1,000% sure. Brittany, try it out and let us know. But I know you can't mix. You cannot mix like Brava and Comfy. Like it has to be 10 of one yarn. But I'm not sure if it's just Brava in general that you can mix. Ooh, please check it out and let us know, because that's a really good question. And I just don't know the answer without throwing it into my cart. So anyway, this is the Snuggle Hexy blanket. This one uses our Snuggle Puff, and it is just absolutely phenomenal. It is Tunisian, and we love it. Okay, our next one that we're going to share here is our Sweet Dreams baby blanket. So this is not corner to corner, but it is also creating a picture for us. And it is just absolutely beautiful. It is using half double crochet stitches, and it uses intarsia to do the color. And it is suggested that as you work this, you have different bobbins for the colors for each of the stars and the moon as you get up into the blue version. Because down there in the gray where it's like the nighttime clouds, you're just sticking with one color for most of it. You will have to bring in some little bobbins as you kind of go with your cloud shaping, but overall you're going to need it mostly up in the top. It's just beautiful. I can't say enough. It really makes us think of the night sky and falling asleep. So we called it the Sweet Dreams Baby Blanket because that's what we're hoping everybody that uses it has, some really great sweet dreams that they can fall asleep to. And this one uses Wool of the Andes Superwash. So again, I should have mentioned this too. All of these blankets, we chose yarn that you can put in the washing machine and wash it so that, with kids, we know what happens. Things get spilled on it, whatever else, you can just throw it into the wash machine with all of these different yarns. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay, Jen, you can switch to the next one. So Brittany said she just tried it and it does have to be the same kind of Brava. I'm sorry, Brittany. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then I wasn't sure because it's all the Brava family, but it has to be the same one. So there you go, guys. That's what it has to be. Thank you for checking that for us. Chris says, love that. Reminds me of Good Night Moon. Yes, that was one of our favorite books to read. I could probably recite the whole thing because we've read it so many times, but it is a really, really great book. That's a master crochet blanket, as I called it. Very nice. Okay, let me bring Jen back in. We've got the next one, which is called our Texture Trio Blanket. I love this one. I love it. I love it. Now, the original design for this was actually 2 colors. So you can see there's like a band that's a little bit thicker, more dense, and then it kind of not opens up, but you can see a little bit more through the fabric where we've got the different stitch textures in there. So the original pattern was that the more dense fabric was one color, and then the more open stitches was a secondary color. And we decided to go with all one to show you what that would look like because we just thought it was absolutely beautiful as one color, and that's what we did. We called it the Texture Trio because there's 3 different stitch patterns that you're using in this blanket, and it's just absolutely wonderful. This one uses Brava worsted, still 4 sizes that it's coming in, and you can go ahead and grab this either as an individual pattern or in the book. This one uses the linked treble crochet, which we have a video for that Jen wonderfully did for us to show you how to do that. It also uses the feather stitch and the aligned puff stitch. So that's how you're getting all those really great textures in there. So it is so beautiful. We love it so much. Okay, we're going to go on to our next one, which is also a really phenomenal blanket. This one is called our Wiggle Worm Blanket, and this one uses crochet cables. And when I say it uses crochet cables, wait until you see this one pulled up. It is crocheted cables. Let me show you here with Jen. It is, oh my gosh, just stunning. I absolutely, absolutely love this one. This is going to be a labor of love. It's a lot of cabling, but it really is beautiful. This one is done in Mighty Stitch worsted. There's still the 4 sizes to it. So if you like the cables, you could make a small one if you don't want to go that big. But it really, it is just so beautiful. And the cables just repeat themselves across, and then you work them up. So you really can kind of get into a groove once you get the pattern down. It is so, so beautiful. The cable pattern is a 4-row repeat that you just continue to work the length of the blanket. It is, wow. I don't even know what else to say about it. To me, it's just absolutely a stunning piece. Hold on, Jen. Let me go ahead.
Can I throw in? So this is the direction the blanket has worked, but the way the cables lay. So when you're stitching it, you want to think you're you want to think, even though you're working this direction, your length, so that you've got your cables.
Right. Yeah, it is just absolutely beautiful. Again, it's really easy to adjust the size of this one because you're kind of just working from the bottom up, so to speak. You can adjust once you start to see how many chains you start with and kind of keep going until you've hit the rows that you want to. As long as you're doing the 4-row repeat, then you're good to go. Ashley, the happy hooker, who is one of our wonderful designers too, says, wow. Dawn says, this is a perfect gift. Cables are gorgeous. Chris says, holy moly, I love it. And Vicky also says it's gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. I do want to call out too that this project here that we're looking at is done by Miroslava, who is the one who is doing the Tunisian Sydney shawl crochet along. So you can learn directly from her through that crochet along if you want to. Okay, the next blanket we have in the collection is called the Lily Blanket, and we called it the Lily Blanket because it kind of looks like a lily pad. It's got some really nice ruffle texture as Jen brings it over for us. We'll take a look at it here. So again, we went with some nice colors. Well, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors here. You could do it in 1, you could do it in 2, whatever you want to do. And so you're working again from the center out, very similar to a granny square where you are increasing in each of the 4 corners. So you've got this really great middle piece that is solid, and then you start adding the ruffles to it that, again, give some nice texture to play along with for children and things like that. So it's really, really great. You can make it all different sizes again because it's a a square. You just kind of keep building out. Or if you even want it smaller, just stop working the plain section a little bit earlier so you can really go ahead and change this up. So yeah, Ashley says it's really nice and modern without the ruffles too. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I should have also said this is Ashley's pattern. So whatever she says goes. If she wants the ruffles off, you leave the ruffles off. No, no, it looks beautiful both ways. But yes, if you don't want the ruffles, you could go and do it without the ruffles and just have the solid inside with some stripes around the outside, and it would still be beautiful. And Jessica says, wow, again, it's amazing border. Love it. Yes, we love it, love it, love it too. Okay, I think we just got through all of the patterns. So thank you, Jen. We'll see if we have any questions, but we're going to come back over here. I want to share with you. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know why. Normally, it lets me share my screen, but today it is not. So that's okay. We're going to put the links in and we're going to make this work. So what we did this time around was we thought, okay, so, oh, Jen, we forgot one. Come back over. Where did I put that blanket? Oh, thank you. Jen was like, oh, we missed this one. Oh, we missed this one. I was like, how does this happen? Let me grab this link. So this is our rainbow bobbles blanket, which I don't know how I could have possibly forgotten this one because it is stunning. This one is done by our friends Ashley Parker. And what I'm going to do is Jen is up there, but I'm going to switch so we're both up. So we did 2 versions of this blanket. So if you take a look at Jen's, hers is a solid gray background, and then the rainbow colors are done in Brava Speckle. The one I have is the reverse. So the Brava Speckle is the background, and then we use solid Brava colors to go ahead and do the rainbow. And you just get 2 really unique looks. So this one is definitely more of a bold rainbow with the bright colors, and Jen's is a little bit more of a subtle rainbow because you've got the nice gray and then the subtle colors with the speckle. Both are just absolutely beautiful. 2 really great ways to go ahead and do this. And this project uses tapestry crochet techniques. So you're holding the unused color underneath your stitches as you work, so you don't have a ton of ends to weave in as you're going through this. Oh, it is just beautiful. So let me make sure I did that. I did throw the link in there for this project so you can do it. Yes, Chris, it almost looks monochromatic, the one that Jen has. The bobbles definitely blend in a little bit more into that gray background. But again, 2 awesome ways to do it. Hold on a second. The those patterns, or for the buy patterns with the yarn, I missed the info. Jessica, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. Could you try again? Jen, Jill wants to see the back of that blanket. So you can see on the back, you're still able to see the colors, but it's all flat, like the texture is on one side and then the back side is flat. And because it's done with tapestry crochet, you're not weaving in the end, so you don't see any of the color on the back other than where the bobbles are, because it's being held all the way across the row behind the background stitches. So it's really, really beautiful. And again, I'll just show you here on this one, you can see the puff stitches here, but they're just flat as opposed to the front where it's this great texture that you're getting. And it's because we're holding the yarn right here as we go in between the two. It's right there underneath the regular stitches. So it's a really great, it's a reversible blanket. It's really beautiful. You can make it for everybody in your family. Thank you, Jen, for letting me not forget that. So now to the link that I sent not too long ago. Let me re-put it in here. So what we did is we started to think that, you know, when you make a blanket, if there's a yarn you haven't tried before, sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking to go ahead and grab the yarn to make a blanket, because let's be honest, blankets can be a lot of yarn. So what we did is we put together these 3 kits for you. And so it's going to come with a copy of the ebook, and you're going to get some additional yarn with it. And so we did a cotton, we did an acrylic, and we did a superwash. And so what it is it's going to give you the yarns that we used in the book. So if you look at the first link I put in there for the superwash, it's going to give you the ebook that you can download. And then it's going to give you 1 skein of Swish DK, Swish worsted, and Wool of the Andes superwash worsted. And so what you can do is you can grab this and you can start swatching to see if you like the yarn or you want to get something else, or do you have the right hook for it. But you can try out the yarn before investing in all 10, 15, whatever it might be to make the blanket of your size. So that's what we really wanted to offer you guys here, was a way to try out and start swatching before you go ahead and make a full commitment to a blanket size quantity. So we also did the same thing with the acrylic yarns. So you'll get the copy of the ebook, and then you'll get a Brava Speckle, a Brava Tweed, a Heatherly Sport, and a Mighty Stitch. So you could do that one, or you can go with the cotton, which again will get you the ebook. It'll get you 1 of the Comfy Color Mist, 1 of Comfy Worsted, and 1 of Snuggle Puff, so that you can go ahead and you can try it out. So I know we threw a lot at you. We're going to put all these links in the description once we are done here so that you have everything. But you can go ahead and you can buy the ebook of all the projects together. There's 15 of them, group them together. You can buy the patterns individually. You can grab one of the kits and try out the yarns. And I wanted to also tell you something new that we just launched, which I'll get a link, is along with this whole swatching idea, we have these little mini skeins of yarn, and these were developed for dyeing yarn. And I said, but wait a minute, these would be really great for swatching. And so what you do is you can go on the website. I'll throw the link in. You get 15 of our different yarn blends, and then you can swatch with these. And you could take them out if you want to, or you can keep them. But it gives you a little bit of each kind of the yarn bases that we have, so that when you find a project, you go grab the yarn base that you want. So this one is Wool of the Andes Superwash. They're all labeled. And then you could go ahead and you could take this and you could start swatching. And what that's going to do is that's going to say, yes, this is the right yarn. Yes, this is the right hook. Let's go invest in buying a sweater quantity or a blanket quantity, because those are much more expensive. And rather than taking a risk of, is it going to be able to make gauge? Because I've done that a lot of times where you buy yarn, you think it's going to work for a project, and then I end up having to change my yarn weight or even the yarn that I'm using to be able to make gauge. So we thought this would be a really great idea. You'll get all 15. This is not all of them, but you'll get all 15 of our yarn bases. They're each labeled. They tell you exactly everything you need to know about the yarn. And then you can just go ahead and you can start swatching with these. So there are swatch packs so that you kind of have everything on hand and you don't have to have one full ball of everything. And so it's even great too, even if you're not a designer. This is why I wanted to do this, was because I'm not a designer, but I want to know what the yarn feels like and what it's going to look like in the swatch before I go and commit to a project that I see. So hopefully you guys love it. Hopefully you'll grab them so that you can go ahead and swatch before your next project. Seems like you guys are liking it. Great idea. WeCrochet comes up with the best ideas to help and inspire us. This is a great idea. The 15 bundle is a brilliant idea to swatch. So yes, we really hope you enjoy it and that you get some use out of it and it helps you with all of your projects coming up. Okay, I know this was a long one. We had so much to talk about. Our swatch packs, our new collection. I want to remind you one more time about the Megan Makes Do tote that we have for our We Collaborate. We only ordered a limited number. I think we're down to about 40 already. Once they're gone, they're gone. And we didn't even tell anybody about them yet, and they're already selling through. So go ahead and grab your tote now while you still have the chance to do it. Just so you know, these are excluded from any of the sales and promotions that are going on. Just so you know, but these are really great. Even if you just want to put a ball of yarn in here, you could keep all of your bare yarns in here for your swatching, you know, just shove them all in there and zip it up and then you've got it all in there. I mean, I have to organize these better, but there's so many different things that you can do with that tote. So go ahead and grab it before they sell out. Exclusive color to us, will not be coming back again. So we're so excited to share that. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. You guys all have a phenomenal day. We'll be back here next Wednesday to chat with you again. Thank you for sharing your time with me, whether it was live or watching the replay. I love getting to see you guys here and chat with you. Don't forget, any questions, put them in the chat. I see them and I will answer them as quickly as I can for anything that you have. So yes, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, guys. And thanks, Jen, too, for helping us show all of the projects. Bye.